All right, welcome back, Scam Podcast. Not sure what episode number it is, but we're back. We're feeling great.
Whatever it is, it's too short of what it's supposed to
be. Yeah. I'm Josh. That's Malcolm. Thank you guys for everybody that's liked, shared, subscribed, downloaded, all that to the podcast. We truly do appreciate it. If you're watching the video on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up. Otherwise, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. The links are in the description, but it's at scam_podcast on Instagram and Twitter, scam_podcast on Twitch. Email us at podcastgame@gmail.com. Subscribe if you're listening to the audio only. Subscribe to the channel, 2 words, Scam Podcast on YouTube. Very easy to find under the channel name. But first and foremost, Malcolm, how you feeling? What's going on out there in Colorado?
Great. Nah, I'm all right. I don't know. I'm kind of bored. Just bored with life, you know? Everything's boring.
That's how things are going for everybody right now.
I went out on Saturday to a bar, a couple bars, and it was just like super weird.
Yeah. Was it filled? Was it packed in there or?
Fuck no. Like one of them's like this place like we can go to. It's like they got like a bunch of pinball machines and shit. Like a couple old video games. One thing to take note of, they had I guess you could say it's like a mechanical version of Pong.
Oh, like pinball Pong?
Like Pong, like Atari Pong.
Yeah. I'm not picking up what you're putting down here. So
you know
it's
what I'm saying?
Mechanical version, like one person has a paddle
like
and another person has a paddle.
No, like how those Pac-Man tabletop games are set up. There's one person on each side.
Yeah.
And it's like a dial.
Oh,
and there's like, yeah. So your dial is moving the
paddle.
Yeah, I guess it's a paddle. And then I don't know what is controlling the little fucking, I guess live pixel in the middle.
Yeah.
But it's so weird because it's like offset a little bit because it's got to be some kind of magnet system or something.
And it's like fucking, live. It's not like a computer screen. It's like
under
real.
Glass. Yeah.
Oh,
it's fucking wild. It's fun though.
Where is it? This is in a bar in Denver?
Fort Collins. But yeah, they're like, you can drink at the bar, but when you go over to the machines, you got to put your mask on and you got to leave your drinks over here.
So weird.
It was just like, I mean, come on.
Everything is so 50-50 right now. It's like, if we're going to do it like this, we might as well just not even do this at all. You know what I mean? It's like defeating the purpose. Like I was listening to somebody talking about being on a plane on, I don't remember what podcast I was listening to.
And then it's like, you got to wear your mask to walk to your table.
Yeah. But this guy was saying he was on a plane and they're having these really strict mask mandates for the plane, but then they're still serving food and drinks. So everybody has to take their mask off for the food and drinks. You're stuck in a fucking tube. Like that defeats the purpose if you take it off. Either it's like have to wear it or you don't. You know what I mean?
If you ask the questions that like a 2-year-old would ask, because even they would be like, why do I got to do this? They treat
get the fuck off the plane.
Yeah, they treat you like a 2-year-old. It's like, because I said so. It's like, okay,
all right. So we got a lot to get into on this episode. Quite a bit happened in the last week, but let's start with this. I wanted to tell about a story that happened to me today. Malcolm, actually, I sent you the video. So I'm at the vet for the dog today. Finally, the dog is 100%. He got a shot to histamine blocker, so his allergies and all that are done. Finally done for. But
next episode, you're gonna be like, yeah, he's dead.
The dog is done. And by done, I mean 6 feet under. No, but I go to the vet. He goes back there, and it's still the COVID thing. So you have to wait in your car while they deal with the vet or whatever. So I'm sitting there, and I didn't want to leave the car running the whole time, so I roll the windows down, and I'm just sitting there minding my own fucking business. And I was actually on the phone to start this situation that happened. I'm on the phone, and I just hear this guy talking. Like I'm on the phone, and I hear this guy talking, and I'm like, is that in my head? Am I going crazy? And I look over. There's a guy in a fucking like a Sprinter van, beat up Sprinter van in his trunk, and he's just talking to me. And I'm like looking at him, kind of ignoring him. I finish my phone call, and he just waddles his ass up to the car, and he goes, "What's up, buddy?" And he just literally
he was at the vet. Was he waiting for his dog?
He was waiting for his dog, but unprovoked. I didn't say anything to this guy. He just walks up and just starts spewing off these stories, and I mean stories like jumping all over the place, one after another, for at least 20 minutes straight without taking a breath. This guy was just story leading into another story, into another, and they're all absolutely bonkers and crazy. He started by telling me about this. He mentioned the China virus, but he started talking about all these. Yeah, he did call it the China virus. But he started talking about how he's talking about his dog and how he makes $500,000 a year and he makes $10,000 off each dog, and how he finessed this person for a $10,000 dog for $800. And this starts going, and he's like, but I still drive this van because it's old, reliable. And speaking of vans, and they just keeps. I mean, I didn't say anything at all to this guy. Next thing I know, he's telling me about. He's like, one time this is where I sent you a video, because about 15 minutes in, I'm like, this is unreal stuff. So I started recording like on my phone. Oh, first of all, I don't know if I told you this part, but he's like, yeah, if you noticed, I'm in pretty good shape because I train, which he wasn't. But he's like, I train guys.
I want to see him. Like, this guy must be swole, dude.
He's like, I train guys. I train UFC fighters, and then he pulls his sleeve. He had a long sleeve shirt on. He pulls his sleeves up. Ultimate Fighter, tattooed on his arms. Ultimate Fighter. So I'm like, and in like bright red and yellow, right? Like all over his arms. So I'm like, this is good stuff. So that's why I was like, I gotta start recording. So you can hear the audio a little bit. Maybe we'll put it on Twitter or something. But he just starts reeling off these stories, and he's like, yeah. One day, walking into my house, Dave Bautista, WWE legend, Dave Bautista, he comes up to my house. He's like, yo, I need a dog for my daughter. He's like, I know these dogs go for a lot of money. I heard you're the guy. And I'm like, listen, Davey, my man, look, I could sell you this dog for $5,000, but I'm not going to do that. Just give me a couple $100. You pick which one you want. Dog's yours. It's all yours. You pick. I got a daughter. You got a daughter. Let's make this happen. I'm like, what the fuck? And then he shows me a picture of Dave Bautista and
funny, that little
the puppy
accent you're doing on it, because like, you know, Dave Bautista's name is Tony Bautista. And it's like, it fit way better. He was like, fucking Tony comes in. And he
Tony
wants
Bautista. Hey, what are you gonna do? It's Tony. You know? But so he shows me a picture of him and Dave Bautista holding this dog, and I'm like, okay, I guess he sold that Dave Bautista dog. So he's telling me all these insane, absolutely insane stories one after another, and I'm assuming half of them are bullshit. But even if half of them are real, this guy's lived the most extraordinary life anyone's ever lived. He told me that he's like for example, he's like when I was 19, this is all again unprovoked. I didn't ask this guy anything. He just started spewing stories. He's like, when I was 19, I moved down here to Miami. I ran away from home when I was 15. You know, that's how it goes. And I come down here and I start doing this and lifting and finding this and that. And then he's like, and I got into acting, and because I was in such good shape. They're like, hey, Jack, you're in such good shape. You should start the acting thing. So I started being the stunt double for Chuck Norris, and he starts listing off movies. And I'm like,
Silent Rage and something else.
Yeah, and I was like, okay. And then he shows me these pictures on his phone in black and white. He was legit a stunt double. Him and Chuck Norris, him in like a gi, like fighting next to Chuck Norris, and like he showed like this kick that he did, and it looks like fucking Chuck Norris. Like I was like, oh, this guy really was the stunt double for Chuck Norris. Like that really happened. And he's like, and then after a while, I got tired of that, so I joined the Marines, and I did the Marines for my. He's like,
whoa.
He told us, yeah.
The funniest part about the Marines thing is he goes. Directly before that, he goes, you know, some people.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah. He goes. Some people, their dad's a doctor, then they're a doctor. Their dad's a plumber, then their dad's a plumber. I wanted to do my own thing, so my dad was in the Marines, so he said you should join the Marines. So I joined the motherfucking Marines. It's like, what are you talking about, man? Yeah. So let's leave that at that for now.
Oh, wait, he had the other part too. He's like, so, you know, he said, "Fuck it, I'll be a paratrooper or whatever. I'll jump in, whatever. Perfectly good plane. I got no problems." You know,
he's like, it's a perfect good plane. Why aren't I gonna jump out of it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it makes no sense. It's like that'd be the reason you stay in it.
Yeah, exactly. But he was like, yeah, this guy was like, hey, who wants to be a paratrooper? Raise your hand. And I was the only guy raising my hand because I don't give a fuck. A lot of people die from it. Am I going to die from it? I don't know. We're going to find out, you know? So, again, this was unprovoked. This guy just told me his whole life story in a 15-minute span. And luckily, eventually I got pulled away. His dog came out, and I got the fuck out of the car and just started walking around like I was doing something just to get away from this guy. But you know what? He would have been a great guest for the podcast. I should have gotten his details and got him to jump on. That would have been a good guest.
Yeah, we wouldn't even have to do anything.
I know, it was just 2 hours of him talking. It'd be electric. So maybe I'll try to hunt him down on Facebook. He gave me his information for his dog
Chuck
channel.
Norris's stunt double, and you know, Tony Bautista's fucking dog breeder.
Yeah, whatever the fuck. I'm sure he has 100 more stories that I didn't hear. You know what I mean? There's a good part in there. Again, I'll post it on Twitter or something. But he had a good part in there about his wife, where she was like, she said something. He's like, yeah, you got these nuts, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Okay. All right. So enough about that. Let's hop right into these emails. We got a few. We'll start with this one. This one's interesting. So since you guys love talking about, again, if you want to email us, guys, podcastgame@gmail.com. Again, email us whatever you want. It can be a story you want to share. It could be a question you want to ask us. It can be telling us that we suck. Prefer you don't do that, but you could do that. We haven't gotten one of those in a while, actually. So since you guys love talking about aliens and with all their recent alien news, let me ask you this. If aliens were real, what would it change immediately in your everyday life? Nothing, everything. For me personally, I don't think it makes much difference, but maybe for future generations, I don't know. But I'm interested to hear what you guys think. Thank you, Morgan from Wyoming. So thank you, Morgan. I don't know if that's a guy or a girl, but thank you, Morgan. So Malcolm, what would change in your everyday life?
My everyday life wouldn't change, but I believe when it comes out, that's the avalanche. You know what I'm saying? That's a snowflake on the avalanche.
Yeah.
And it's like all this crazy tech. Like I just sent you that article about some dude like proved he can make like a warp drive or some shit and go through a wormhole or some shit.
Yeah. Where do you think that came from? You know?
I don't know.
It has to be some kind of backwards engineer. They don't just, why are all these things just happening now? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
Why is this all happening?
It's a bunch of, it's all just slowly coming out. It's got to come out this year. It has to.
Yeah. I'm kind of in the school of, this guy or girl was saying it wouldn't change your everyday life. I think it would, religiously, if you're any kind of religion, it has to shake up that, like your belief system. But also, I
don't give a shit about the aliens. You know what I'm saying? I'm pro alien. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't care about it. I just want to know about the technology. That's all I care about.
Yeah. And I think that, the other thing is, with that, if that technology is real and becomes readily available, there's, that could just be a stepping stone to all kinds of new technology and things like that.
The left start calling people alien racists? Or would that, or would you be called a humanist?
A humanist? It's goddamn humanist. All aliens are created equal. That'll be, that's just I can't wait till the aliens show up and they have to deal with social justice warriors and they get canceled, My
thing is if they can make it here and they go, wait, so you people fight about other people's skin color. And you'd be like, all right, we'll come back in
here.
1,000 years.
Yeah. What if they get here and they're just super racist? But it's all towards white people. They go to the black and the Asians and they're like, these fucking whites over here. Jesus Christ, why do you put up with these? Let's just kill them all. Fuck it. Let's just kill all these white guys. And the women, don't get me started on the women, hey, baby, make me a fucking sandwich, the aliens are just straight misogynists. You let the women vote here? You guys crazy?
They'd be like, we got rid of the women years ago, dude. We ain't got no organs. We figured it out without them.
All they do is nag and nag and nag, and I was just tired of it. You got to do it yourself, Yeah. No, that'd be fucking great. It's like all those fucking cancel culture people would be like, what do we do here? What do we do here?
Alien shows up, was like, why do you think I'm here, dude? Trying to get away from me.
I have to travel halfway across the galaxy.
I go 2 galaxies over just so I don't hear fucking calls.
All right, I don't think that's what the question intended, Morgan. But thank you for the question. Oh boy! All right. So I hear a lot of mention of Joe Rogan on your podcast. I know it's extremely popular. I know the podcast is extremely popular, but I really do not enjoy his podcast. Sometimes it can be good with great guests, but sometimes I just feel like it's a boring book on tape. I don't know what it is. Was just wondering what draws you to that show. So this one was from a few weeks ago that I just kind of put on the back burner. No name on this one, but me and you were privately talking about it a little bit. So what draws you to the Joe Rogan podcast?
I'll give you the best general rule for trying to get people into Joe Rogan. The best podcasts with Rogan are the ones where he's not talking.
True.
Because usually the ones where he's not talking, the person is so interesting that they just keep going. Like a recent one with Hamilton Morris. That fucking one was great.
Hey, that was the one I was talking about he was talking about being on the plane where people were taking their masks off.
Yeah.
That was the one. Yeah. So Yeah,
he
Hamilton Moore
he
is
also
always good.
Hamilton also brought up that Sci-Hub
Yeah.
website, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You
He
can
always
get
has some good stuff on there.
any medical or any scientific research paper ever created on this website. It's fucking insane.
It's crazy because he's a chemist. That's like what he does professionally, and he has all these shows. And he was a big supporter of kratom, trying to get people off of the opioid epidemic, and a lot of good stuff.
Supervisor used to take that shit.
This shit's solid
with heroin.
Well, that's not so solid. You ever run into any of that stuff out in Thailand? That's where it's from. That plant grows in Thailand. They kratom.
Their hard drugs aren't really like too prevalent out there.
You're like, I did them all.
I wouldn't take anything out there. I don't trust it. No. It's not
too risky.
The route. I did take opium out there, actually.
Little opium, little crystal meth, but other than that,
there is an area between Laos, Vietnam, and Thailand. It's called the Golden Triangle. It's where a lot of opium production is. I was at this hostel in the middle of nowhere in Laos, and this Vietnamese dude, he was like, first it's like this Italian guy who's running this hostel with his Lao wife. It's really not a hostel. It's like a fucking, it's in the middle of the jungle. And I'm like, yeah, want to try some opium? He's like, yeah. He's like, found over there can get you some. This Vietnamese guy. First of all, this Vietnamese guy was telling me these crazy stories about him, like in the back of this semi, dude was like trying to like get to Germany, like immigrate. Everybody died but him because he was like hid inside of he didn't hide. He was like inside of a frozen pig, so it like insulated him.
What?
The dude was just telling me some wild shit, dude. He was making all these crazy bamboo.
Why was he trying to get to Germany though? What was so important about
he was like in a truck full of people immigrating.
Oh, okay.
And they all died. He was like the only one left, dude. It was crazy. Yeah, and then he ended up finding me some opium, and that shit is like, I'll never forget this dude, Michele, the Italian dude. He goes, yeah, I tried it. It's good. He goes, but I know I can't do it because he goes, the first time I try it, I'm with my friend and he leaves and, I'm looking, maybe he left some more somewhere.
Oh, wow.
It's intense. It's strong.
It just puts you like at ease, right? You're just chilling, right? That's what it does.
Yeah, you're just chilling. But then like when you're not on it, you're not chilling. I did it for like 2 days. I was like getting agitated quick when I went.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah.
What is it like? You smoke it or you eat it or what is it?
No, it's almost like almost like a crazy tacky like syrup. And you just put it in tea and drink it. It doesn't even dissolve in it. It just goes in your gut.
That's interesting. I've always heard like all those soldiers like during the Vietnam War, like that they came back and they were just like hooked. Like
that's the Golden Triangle, dude. That's where they make that shit.
They were doing it every day over there in Vietnam, and then the war ended. And they're like, wait a minute.
I'm sure you could like smoke it, like put it on something and like heat it up and smoke the smoke.
Yeah,
just eat it.
Yeah, because I think that's usually from what I've seen in movies and whatnot is like the opium dens. They're usually smoking out of like a hookah or something. So.
I mean, the pure as it's gonna get. It's not like an oxy or something where it's like. I would actually say oxy's like less addictive than that.
Really? Yeah,
because Oxycontin's like took it during surgery. It's just like a steady, that fucking opium, dude. Woo. It's just like when you don't have it, it's noticeable as you can just kind of stop.
Well, that's it. That's something to think about, I guess. Kind of want to try it now, to be honest with you. But
it's fire, dude. It's highly recommended.
Yeah, but, I'll just unless you're a child out there, then we do.
And then
not
I was like
it.
saving some too, and then like I was like I was taking the bus from I think it was like from Laos back into Thailand, dude, and I hit like that border point. You know what I'm saying? The bus stopped and shit, and I like
going out the window.
I just panicked, dude. I was like took it out of my pants and just threw it on the bus.
You just ate it. Fuck it.
No, it's way too much. I'm talking about, dude. Like, I would say like a tenth of a penny is what I was taking.
Oh, really? That's small. Yeah. So a good amount of it could last you quite a while.
Oh, he gave me like a gram, dude. It was like this big. I was probably taking like 1/10 of it, and it was like $10.
Oh my god. Oh man. Yeah, I've heard those stories too, where people go down to like Costa Rica, and they're like, yeah, I partied the hardest I've ever partied, and it cost me $80.
It was fire. Yeah. True.
All right. So this one I kind of told you about beforehand. So we got this email. This one's pretty good. Did you guys catch the Quavo versus 2 Chainz basketball game before the All-Star game this weekend? Made me think, who would be your starting 5 for a celebrity basketball game? Trey from Philly.
You say celebrity, but I mean, it's basically like, who are your top 5 rappers you would put on your team? For me.
So I had a little trouble with this. I figured we'd do like a little back and forth here, draft kind of style. But I had a little trouble with this because I feel like it's hard to tell like who sometimes you think people will be good at sports.
I know one who is a baller.
Yeah. Who you got? You go first. Who you got?
First pick, Master P, dude.
Oh, Master P played a little semi-pro.
Yeah, dude. The dude's a baller.
Yeah.
I watched him make 39 threes in a row.
Pretty good. His son was good too. Son went to USC. Solid basketball player. Was it Little Romeo? That was his name. Let's see. I think I would go with one guy I've seen in these like celebrity games that's actually pretty good is The Game. The Game's actually pretty good. He's tall too. Who you got next?
2 Chainz, for sure.
2 Chainz. He looked like shit in that game. I didn't watch much of it.
I didn't watch the game, but I heard he played in college.
Well, in that case, I'll go with Quavo because he absolutely dominated that fucking game. Dominated. Really? Yeah. It's funny.
Master P's skill level is enough to carry a whole team.
Yeah.
Straight up, dude. The dude can ball.
What's funny is I saw the little highlights from that, and 2 Chainz didn't look great. Quavo was absolutely dominating, but then Little Baby, complete dog shit. Should not have been there. Don't know why he thought that was a good idea. You can see 2 Chainz just getting angry with him. Like, what are you doing, dude? Why did you show up for this?
Yeah.
And then I guess
he's 6'5". 6'5".
Yeah, it's a big guy. That's a big guy. And then I go with J. Cole. J. Cole has some skill.
Damn, that's what I was going to pick next.
Yeah, he played.
Wait,
he played
isn't it my pick? Ball.
You just picked 2 Chainz, didn't you? Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
And I picked Quavo. Yeah, so it's your turn.
I got J. Cole.
God damn it. Yeah, J. Cole's pretty nice. Played college ball. Was it like Greenville or somewhere like that?
Yeah, I seen him play against NBA players. He was holding his own.
Yeah, he looked he was pretty good.
Which is, I mean, if you're playing against non-NBA players, it should be pretty easy.
Exactly. Now I gotta look up.
This pick is.
All right, well, hold on. Let's see. Okay, this is not gonna help at all because I typed in celebrities that play basketball, and it's the first. It's the thing is 15 celebrities you might not have known were good at basketball. The first one, number 1, Britney Spears. Come on, dog.
Come on. I gotta see this page.
Listen to this list, okay? Number 1, Britney Spears. Here, I'll just show you.
God, I'm looking at it. Talk about being whitewashed.
Number 2, George Clooney.
Jane Lynch.
Queen Latifah, Jamie Foxx, Will Ferrell, Nelly, Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan!
Yeah, what? Is this a fucking joke?
No, this ruined it for me now. I'm done.
Basketball once.
Yeah, no kidding. David Duchovny. Are you fucking kidding me? Can you imagine David Duchovny out there fucking shooting hoops? Come on, man. Oh my God. That really upset me. But now that I'm looking at it, it looks like George Clooney might be kind of nice.
Yeah, right.
All right. I guess I'll take Prince.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Who you got next?
Fuck. All right. I guess I'll take Barack.
Oh, that's a good one. I was looking at Barack. So I don't know. The Game is on here as well. Someone that keeps popping up on these lists that I wouldn't have expected.
Here we go. Rolling out the best celebrity basketball players.
There we go. Someone on this list that I didn't expect to be on here. But he looks kind of good in this picture that they looks like he got some skills here. R. Kelly. Let's give me R. Kelly. Why not? So we got one more pick each.
Yeah. He's definitely going to get better at basketball, that's for sure.
Oh, he got a lot of time on his hands.
Yeah.
And this one, all right, I'm done with this. Celebrities who are good at sports. Number one, Paris Hilton. Come on, dog. What are we doing? All right, so you got one more. Who you got?
Hold on. I'm looking. Hey, Cole, the game, Mace, Cameron, Romeo, Davies, 2 Chains, Master P, dog.
Yeah.
Oh, he played for USC.
Yeah. So did his son.
Oh no, he's his dad of former USC.
I know he must have played college somewhere because he played for the Raptors, like in their preseason. Like he made a roster.
Master P is one rapper who could have had a successful career in the NBA if he would stuck with the basketball. Yeah, he's for sure good. I'll take Cameron. Fuck it.
Cameron.
From New York. He's kind of tall.
Yeah. All
Played in college.
I'll close out my list here. I'll close out my list with I need a big man. So give me Michael Clark Duncan. Looked like he hooped a little bit here in this, according to what this is.
Fucking dead.
Yeah, so is Prince. I got 2 dead guys on my team. All right, so there you go. There's just 2 fucking coffins on the court. All right. So thanks for your question. That wraps up the emails. Again, guys, if you want to email us, podcastgame@gmail.com. We got quite a bit to get to. So let's start with this. Did you catch the UFC fights this weekend?
Yeah, there's a video of Master P in a Charlotte jersey.
No, he played for the Raptors. He was like on the preseason team for the Raptors, just didn't make the final team.
Oh, yeah. So my team would definitely win. There's no doubt.
All right. So did you catch any of the UFC fight this weekend?
I didn't even, that's where I was at that bar. I didn't even know it was going on.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll skip that topic then. Stylebender ended up fighting Jan Blachowicz, the Polish power guy.
I watched some of that fight though. He looked like he was out of his weight class, and I remember seeing that dude like a couple fights ago, and I was like, "Whoa,
yeah,
that dude's no joke."
Yeah, and I don't know how. Luckily for Stylebender, he was able to get out of the way of the power, but later in the fight, he was just too small.
He was clipping
him
down hard, dude.
Yeah, and he was taking it. So I mean, I think maybe the other thing is Stylebender didn't put on any weight. He like weighed in his normal weight, 5 pounds under the limit for that weight class. So maybe with a in the future puts on a little bit more weight where you can have a little bit more power, because he landed some punches on Jan, but I mean that guy's used to getting hit by giants.
John Jones is right though, like Stylebender wouldn't stand a chance against him, dude.
I don't think so either.
Not if you could take him. You can't take him.
And I agree. I think that because the other thing is that guy's not like considered a great wrestler, whereas John Jones is like his first like attribute is wrestling. So I think that Jones would just be too big, take him down, punish him. But who knows? That'd be a fun fight to see at least. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Amanda Nunes absolutely just walked through the girl she fought, knocked her out, and submitted her within the first minute. So just dominated her. And then in the other fight, Aljamain Sterling and Peter Yan, it was the bantamweight title fight. I don't know if you caught what happened there, but it was a pretty even fight. And then the champ, Peter Yan, was winning and inexplicably Sterling in the face while he was down and lost the belt. Aljamain Sterling becomes the bantamweight champion because of disqualification. And it was a blatantly illegal concussed, like he landed right on the temple. No way that guy could continue fighting. And Peter Yan's on Twitter and Instagram just yapping his mouth like, paper champ, you don't deserve the belt, blah, 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 blah. It's like, bro, you clearly broke the rules. Like, you could have really hurt the guy with an illegal knee. And the worst part about it is if you watch the live broadcast, the referee tells him right before he's grounded, which means you can't knee or kick in the face, right? And he clearly just disregards that. Boom! Straight knee to the temple. Ugly scene. And then Sterling was down for a while, and he tried to get up, and he kind of fell down. Is he going to get
suspended or what?
I don't know if he'll get suspended. I mean, I think losing your belt's probably punishment enough as far as that goes. But, I mean, they're definitely going to have to rematch.
I was watching some of that fucking bare knuckle fighting, dude. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Those are rough because you just get
hard to get knockouts in that because you're fucking hands just take a beating.
Yeah, and you get all cut up. Like any kind of punch lands, your face, because those guys hit so fucking hard, your face just splits open. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen a few of those where it's like, yeah, that guy's gonna have a scar on his face for the rest of his life now, like a huge scar, gash on his face. Like, not worth it to me. You're not making a ton of money doing that. So, got another big fight coming up. I think it's in 2 weeks. It's Francis Ngannou versus Stipe Miocic. The second time they're fighting.
I was gonna say it's the second fight, right?
Miocic won the first one, but he kind of just took him down and kind of subdued him a little bit. Yeah, but he was still knocking people the fuck out. So we'll see. I mean, the last few fights he's had have been no contests. He's just the first punch he lands, the guy, they go into orbit. The last one he had, that other guy, I forget his name, Rosenstrike, I think. He was talking all kinds of shit to go out there and get knocked out right away. So, I mean, that guy just hits so hard. He might be the scariest man on the planet. Boxing, UFC, anything. Just terrifying. He lands a punch on you, you're going unconscious. He's definitely
scary because of his skill set, but he's also like a nice guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that, like, he's terrifying to the person in the ring, but he's not like.
Yeah, he's like a funny, lighthearted guy, which is very strange.
Yeah, Tyson was just like terrifying all around. Crazy.
Yeah,
person.
Like he'll beat your ass in the ring. He might shank you in real life. So
yeah.
And then eat your children and rape your wife. So I mean, that's things that he really could have done to you. So
rape you and your wife.
And eat your children. So all right. Speaking of wives and children, did you catch any of this Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Oprah drama this week?
I'm like, what are we doing here?
What are you familiar with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why am I familiar with it? Why do I have been hearing about it? I don't care.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. It's just so crazy. The fact we even have a fucking like this royalty that matters in this like everyday
that's the
life.
thing, it doesn't.
But it does there. It does in the UK. It's just like,
I guess.
And then people are obsessed with it. It's so fucking crazy to me. But also like you said, who fucking cares? But the thing that blows my mind is that people were legitimately shocked that they were racist. It's like, what, dude? Yeah, of course they're racist.
It's like you're 100 millionaire. It's like, who cares, dude? Call me whatever you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got bank, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. But also like this is just so much to unpack here. But like
I'll buy your race. Oh.
What?
I said, I'll buy your race.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's what they did. So so if you're unfamiliar, Prince Harry, son of Princess Diana, and I think Prince Charles, I don't even fucking know.
Yeah.
And then Meghan Markle, who's an actress here in the United States, they got married recently and they had a child. And Meghan Markle is half black, half white. Her mom is black. And when she was pregnant, the royal family was real concerned about what color that baby was going to be. And to the point where they ask a lot of questions.
My thing is like, have you ever seen, is it a girl or a boy? It's a girl, right?
It's a boy, Alfie.
No. I'm going to say, have you ever seen a black-white girl? They're always gorgeous.
I mean, that's what Meghan Markle is. Her mom's black
exactly.
and her dad's white. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just the whole thing is just so fucking banana lands. And it's also like, it's kind of upsetting because it's like this kid did not ask for all this. You know what I mean?
Guess what? They didn't fucking call out Jeffrey Epstein so they could get this story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I seen a good post on Twitter from Cigar and Jetty. He's like, he reposted some. He's like, how about we interview Prince Andrew from the royal family?
Yeah, let's see what he has to say.
Can be the police.
Take you downtown, buddy. Got a few questions to ask. Yeah, I mean that's a whole nother part of why they left the royal family as well. But I don't know. It's
just like rich people talking to other rich people. It's just like, who cares, dog?
Yeah. I mean, people do care though. That's to me. That's the thing for me. That's more like perplexing. Is just like that. This shit like really matters to some people. Yeah. And the fact, like I said, that people.
Meanwhile, there's possibly aliens come like around here. You know what I'm saying? But we're worried about the fucking royal family.
Yeah.
Who hasn't mattered in 500 years?
But it's also like I said, the thing to me, like people being shocked that they're racist is like, where have you been, dude? Where have
ever
you
seen
been?
The soccer games, they throw
No
bananas on the
kidding.
field.
Exactly.
It's fucking nuts.
So enough about that. Like I said, I think we've given it too much time to even begin with. So I got to sticking with some controversial
I'm not gonna
topics.
stick with racism.
Well, are you familiar with Heat player Meyers Leonard?
No.
So Meyers Leonard, he plays for the Heat. I think he's like a decent NBA player. He was on Twitch today.
Oh, I
He was
heard.
on-
Yeah, I seen like some headline. Like
So he was on Twitch today, and we'll let him say his, speak his piece here.
Let's go, baby.
Fucking cowards! Don't fucking snipe me, you fucking kike bitch!
Oh, he did say it. I was like,
boy.
this is
That
like,
didn't even go to fucking. Anyways,
So my favorite part about this is there's clearly a pause where he thinks,
he thinks.
what should I say here? And this is what he came up with.
I feel like he was gonna say Jew and then went with kike.
One more time.
kike bitch!
Oof. One more time. Let's get the pause in there.
Let's go, baby.
Fucking cowards! Don't fucking snipe me, you fucking
So wait, that's him in the corner.
bitch!
Yeah.
Yeah, not a good look to be using the word kike.
No. So
I thought it was like a black player or something.
nope.
I know
Either
some
way, I mean, it's not great. So this is
blonde-haired,
his
blue-eyed guy.
Here's his apology. I'm deeply, yeah, exactly. Dyed his hair blonde. He's using anti-Semitic slurs on his stream. Not fantastic. I'm deeply sorry for using an anti-Semitic slur during a live stream yesterday. While I didn't know what the word meant at the time, my ignorance about its history and how offensive it is to the Jewish community is absolutely not an excuse, and I was just wrong. I'm now more aware of its meaning, and I'm committed to properly seeking out people who can help educate me about this type of hate and how we can figure out how we can fight it. I acknowledge and own my mistakes, and there's no running from something like this that is so hurtful to someone. Okay, that's enough of that. So, I mean, obviously you have to make some kind of public apology, but you knew what it meant, dude. You knew what it meant. And using that as an excuse, like, I didn't know what it meant. Like saying the N-word. Sorry, I didn't know what it meant. My bad. So I don't know. Again, my favorite thing is that he took that 4 seconds. Like, don't want to say Jew here. I got it. Okay, so gut reaction. What do you think of this? Is this some guy that's he truly didn't know what the word meant, or is he, obviously just trying to say the right things to try to put the fire out a little bit here?
He's gonna put the fire out. He'll be fine. I think it's all power games. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
He's kind of punching up too. It's like they're not. I mean, they're discriminated against, but in the fiscal sense, they're not really.
Oh, if he would have said, agreed. And I mean, obviously, it's still, if it's hurtful to someone, you probably shouldn't say it, especially if you're a public figure, especially on a live stream. But if he would have said the N-word or the F-word, dude's not in the NBA anymore. Yeah. So there's a little difference there.
An owner said the N-word and they made him sell his team.
Yeah. What a punishment, right? He had to make $2 billion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So sticking with racism, let's go to part 2 here. Sure you saw this. Our man, Papa J.
Taking back to a few years ago, when you start to see these headlines coming out and smearing your good name, how did you feel at the time you were seeing these headlines?
State of shock. Unbelievable. I couldn't understand it. I mean, again, you have a public board that paints its chairman complicit, passive, or active. They paint the founder as a racist. They know he's not a racist. It's just unbelievable. And I used to lay in bed just going, how did they do this? And we've had 3 goals for the last 20 months to get rid of this N-word in my vocabulary and dictionary. And
what? So it was in there.
It's taken him 20 months to try to get the N-word out of his vocabulary and his dictionary. What dictionary is he? What in the? All right, so this is my takeaway from this. Papa J's lost his mind.
Can we pull up that picture,
the
classic picture of Papa J?
Oh yeah, but I mean, it's just Talk about saying the wrong
loves
thing.
Pizza, loves basketball.
I just the thing is, the story that came out about Papa John was bad. Like the original story, or the reason he had to step down.
Wasn't that like years ago?
Yeah, but it was like a training exercise that he took too far, and he used. This was the story apparently. He used the N-word as like an example, like explaining.
Yeah.
The
Meanwhile, nobody says anything about that Tony Robbins clip, which is bananas.
Yeah, but in the explanation, he had like, I guess like a decent explanation, not an excuse, but at least like people were like he was coming across as like, look, I didn't know like that this was going to blow up. This was a private meeting, and I was using it as an example, like, hey, this is what we don't say, which is a bad excuse, but at least he had some kind of excuse to come out and say that. I mean, it makes me kind of feel like this, it just kind of makes me feel like this. Well, we know what the picture of the episode on YouTube is going to be.
I want to know, like, who those people are.
Just some
one
Louisville, Kentucky fans.
Great fucking photo. The dude on the left. He's like, fucking A, dude. The guy on the left.
They know it's going to be a classic.
Left, I think it's just as blitzed as him, dude.
He loves his basketball. Oh boy. Yeah. So a lot of good memes and stuff on here. Of people putting Meyers Leonard and Papa J together. But I mean, this guy, I think he's now ruined any chance of ever being back associated with Papa John's, right? There's no way he goes back now. People have been just eviscerating him. Like, dude, you had it in your vocabulary, and it took you 20 months to figure out you shouldn't say it. And notice he didn't say like fix. He was like try. 20 months to try to. Like, we're still working on it, but we're almost there.
Fucking guy.
Oh boy. Man, a lot of controversy this week. Another thing that popped up in the news here: Pepe Le Pew taken out of Space Jam.
Rock?
I know you had some feelings about this. You there? You cut out?
I'm here.
Oh. So yeah, they took so in this same week they canceled Dr. Seuss and Pepe Le Pew. The Pepe Le Pew thing, while it's crazy, kind of understand it a little bit. He was a little rapey. What's that?
Oh, Pepe Le Pew, the skunk.
Yeah, who are you thinking of?
Pepe the frog.
Oh. They took Pepe the Frog out of Space Jam too. No, it's Pepe Le Pew, the skunk. There's a good Chappelle bit where he's talking about he's watching like cartoons with his nephew, and his nephew like he's kind of like not paying attention. He's like, whoa, this is like one of my favorite characters. This is Pepe Le Pew. He's hilarious. And he's like, after a few minutes, he's like, whoa.
Yeah, dude.
Didn't remember that.
He was a little aggressive.
I mean, he was basically trying to rape that other skunk every episode. And sometimes he forced himself onto her. So I don't know. Does it matter? No. But that's one I'm not really going to be too upset about as far as cancel culture. You can take Pepe Le Pew. I didn't really find him all that funny to begin with.
Yeah, he was all right. He was okay. He was kind of funny.
The Dr. Seuss one, a little more confusing.
Pause for a second. Let me get my charger from my laptop.
All right. 2 seconds. All right. We'll wait for it. So Dr. Seuss thing, it's confusing because it doesn't seem like he actually got canceled. There are some things in the books that haven't aged well. But it seems like the family just pulled the books off the shelves because they didn't want to deal with any bad publicity. Now, with the estate, they want to keep making money. But what's insane is there's 6 books, right, that they pulled off. Those 6 books are selling for thousands of dollars on eBay right now. Like, people want the fucking.
Yeah, they just created a market.
Exactly. They want the dirty Dr. Seuss books. Give me the dirty.
The funny thing is, it's like we're talking about Mein Kampf over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. We're not.
Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that people, to me, whatever. You want to cancel, you don't want your kids reading the books. Totally fine. I get it. But I
don't
think
see
this is like
anybody pulling Ford cars off the road.
Yeah.
Henry Ford donated to the Nazi party, so
Yeah. Well, this is a little. I'm not trying to open that can of worms, but I just feel like with the Dr. Seuss, this should be a wake up call to people. Like, come on, man. Like, some of this stuff is some of this stuff is just too much. Like, who fucking cares? This is a real who fucking
I know
cares.
you can't edit the past. It's stupid.
And on top of that, like, you don't want your kids reading the books. Then it's not that hard to stop them from being able to read the books.
The funny thing is, you can
don't buy the books.
Kampf. You can buy Mein Kampf.
Now that is a good book, though. So
I want to read it.
I've heard that it's like almost. I've heard that reading it would be a waste of time because it's just so all over the place. It's not a good.
Yeah,
it's not even like
kinds of drugs.
Yeah, but not even from like a historical value of like, oh, what was this guy like? No, it's just
no. And
like,
I think he was like in prison or something when he wrote it, or something crazy like that.
Yeah, something to do after the First World War. I think he was he tried to like uprise and got arrested. It's complicated. I don't know all this. I'm not a history fucking major.
I'm a big believer in the
Mein Kampf.
No. The people who want to take stuff off shelves or like hate a certain person because this guy's a racist, and I'm a big believer that, or like, people are like, all gays are bad and shit like that. I'm a big believer usually those people are gay or they're racist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's usually how, just like
it
Hitler.
is.
He hated Jews. He was Jewish.
Yeah. So
I'm telling you, dog, it's called projection.
Yeah, I mean, he hated, the dark hair, brown eyes, and this guy had dark hair and brown eyes.
That's what I'm saying, dude. The people who hate the racists or complain about him, they're probably fucking racist.
A little racist, yeah. There's also
Takes
like
one to know one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's also like the senator who fucking is all against gay rights, gets caught blowing a guy in a bathroom in the airport. You know what I mean? So
I just wanted to, just wanted to develop some regulations for it. I watched that movie, Sex Drive again a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Where he goes to that bathroom stall, that glory hole fucking thing. It's fucking hilarious, dude.
So I'm trying to find. There was one other thing I wanted to show you here. I guess this is the best version of it got because it's a tweet that has since been deleted. Have you seen what Burger King tweeted this weekend?
No.
Check this out. This is a real tweet, by the way. Read out loud for the audience, Malcolm.
Oh, women belong in the kitchen. Somebody got fired in control.
Oh yeah, big time got fired.
Somebody got fired before that. You only do that if you got fired, and then you're like, I have access to the Twitter account.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it said
somebody said, "Well played."
No, it said, I'm trying to find the rest of the tweet. It was women belong in the kitchen was like supposed to grab the attention. We're proud to be launching a new scholarship program, which will help female Burger King employees pursue their culinary dreams. Actually, the second tweet was like, if they want to. Here it is. Yeah, here it is. Women belong in the kitchen, if they want to, of course. Yet only 20% of chefs are women. We're on a mission to change the gender ratio in the restaurant industry by empowering female employees with the opportunity to pursue a culinary career. We are proud to be launching our new scholarship. They tweeted this on International Women's Day, by the way.
That's fucking great. That is great.
If they want to be. But obviously, that got taken.
It'd be funny. It's like, what do you want? You want to be in or out? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help you out here. You were out. Now we want you back in. We want you back in commercially.
Yeah, obviously this didn't work out well. That guy definitely got fired. Tweet was deleted.
Of like a buddy cop or like a robber movie where it's like somebody shows up to rob your house and it's the king, and then the fuck and the Flyers mascot.
Gritty.
Yeah, dude.
Gritty has like the chain with the badge on it. Police, open up.
That'd be a great one.
That's right. Neither of them talk either. So it'd be like those Liberty Mutual. Was it the emu? You know, he doesn't talk, but neither of them talk. All right. So let's wrap it up here. What are you watching right now? Anything good on TV?
Man, there's these foreign films, dog.
You got to get out of those, bro. You're gonna lose your mind.
It keeps it. I watched that Centennial.
I don't know what
Did
that
you
is.
see that one? It was like number 3 in the U.S. It was fucking some dubbed one. You know, the whole trailer is like, it's like this chick. She looks like a badass. She's in war. It turns into some fucking sob story about PTSD.
Oh boy.
I mean,
That
literally,
doesn't sound fun.
there was only action in the first 2 minutes. I turned it off.
Yeah, it doesn't sound great.
She's like, you know, I don't know if they're in France or something. They're like patrolling in full like military garb, like a fucking tourist beach. You know, she sees the kid. She's like thinking about blowing the kid's head off because, you know, in Iraq there was a kid suicide bomber. It's just like,
That sounds terrible.
the cliches in the foreign films are just like,
Oh, they're the worst. They're so over the top
just
with it.
abundant.
Yeah. Well, I got some recommendations. I sent one
She's
to
got
you.
to take the pills she's taking. You have to take, you know. Jesus Christ, bro.
Some recommendations I got. Boss Level on Hulu was really good. A unique story. Not the best movie you've ever seen. A lot of action. Very unique. I liked it a lot. I thought it was very well done. Frank Grillo, Mel Gibson. Good flick. Good flick. Well worth your time. There's another one that I watched this weekend called Shot Caller on Netflix. It's Jamie Lannister. There's actually a ton of good actors in this movie, but the main character is Jamie Lannister from Game of Thrones. I forget his real name. It's like Nicholas Caldo or something like
I think
that.
I've seen that.
It's good. He's like this
Oh no, I haven't.
business guy that gets in a car accident and then he ends up going to jail and then he turns into a Nazi. It's very weird, but it's a good movie. So I recommend that. The ending's a little weak, but I enjoyed watching it. And then right now the show For All Mankind season 2 is back. Season 1 is really good. That's when I was telling you about where the Russians get to the moon first. It's like an alternate history. Really good show. Season 2 started off strong, so I recommend that as well.
I typed in Shot Caller and I thought I was reading the synopsis, and then I realized that, no, it's the song from Little Troy.
He wants to be a baller. Shot Caller. 20-inch blades.
On the Impala. And I was like, is this in the synopsis? I'm like, oh, this is just a song.
Yeah, I wonder. I bet that synopsis for that Shot Caller movie sounds bizarre, because to describe that movie is very hard to explain.
He's got to survive California's penal system.
After he is incarcerated for his role in a deadly DUI. Yeah, that's there. So I recommend that. Shot Caller on Netflix. If you have Hulu, Boss Level is very good. And then For All Mankind. Any last words before we get out of here, Malcolm?
Nope. I got nothing.
No? All right, so we'll be back next week. And then we got some other stuff in the works that we're going to talk about next week. So we're going to start incorporating some live episodes. And we'll keep you updated on that. I got to work out the details. And once we do, we'll give you enough notice so that you can join us and watch the episode live. Let's see. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at @scam_podcast. Follow us on Twitch, @scam_podcast. YouTube, 2-word Scam Podcast. Again, guys, we do appreciate all the downloads every time. Literally every time I click on it, we're at all-time high. So thank you so much for that. We're going to keep on keeping on, keep putting out episodes. You guys keep on downloading, listening, liking, sharing, subscribing. Tell your friends, tell people you hate, tell everybody about the show. Hit the bell, and we'll keep on going. All right, guys. We'll see you later.
See ya.